If you like your sneakers, then you're going to love this list. We're big sneakerheads ourselves. You can't beat a pair of fresh kicks, right? So, for all you sneakerheads out there, here's a list of the 10 most expensive sneakers ever made. The list of sneakers and figures mentioned below have been compiled from various sources around the web, such as List25, Sneaker Fraker and Fashion Beans. These are the 10 most expensive sneakers ever made. 10. DJ Khaled X Air Jordan 3, Grateful, for $25,000. Whether you love him or hate him, DJ Khaled's Air Jordan 3 Gratefuls are just dope. We don't need to tell you that you're going to need some incredibly deep pockets if you want to bag yourself a pair of these. Only a few months after release, the striking red sneakers were retailing for $16,000 and $25,000. 9. Eminem X Carhartt Air Jordan 4 for $30,000. Like most artists, Eminem loves his sneakers. He's created a few nice limited edition collaborations before, so when he was invited to collab with Carhartt, things were about to get real. They only made 10 pairs in total and were one of the first shoes ever to be directly sold through eBay. All the proceeds went to Michigan State University's music school. Altogether, sneakerheads spent over $227,000 on the 10 pairs. 8. Air Jordan 2 Orc for $31,000. Yet another Air Jordan on the list. The 2 Orc is a coveted part of sneaker history, which is why it can command such a high price. Not the most good-looking of shoes, it has to be said, but nonetheless, you can rock this shoe with a ton of different outfits and look fresh all day long. $31,000 and they're yours. 7. Air Jordan 11, Jeita, for $40,000. To commemorate Derek Jeter's retirement in 2017, the Jordan brand released 5 pairs of navy velvet Air Jordan 11s, in a pop-up shop auction near Yankee Stadium. The sneakers have the famed number 2 on the heel in white, which complements the navy suede surround. But it would probably be best to forget about ever owning a pair of these, as 3 of the 5 pairs are locked up in US consignment stores, and the remaining 2 pairs would cost a small fortune. That's even if the owner would sell. 6. Diamond encrusted Air Force for $50,000. If you have expensive taste, and like diamonds, then you're going to love Big Boy's diamond encrusted Air Force Ones. Not the rarest of shoes in the world, nor worn by any major ballers. Instead, these shoes are covered in champagne diamonds, which is why they cost $50,000. Wearing a pair of shoes like this might attract the wrong kind of attention, which is why Big Boy auctioned off his kicks to raise money for his foundation. 5. Air Jordan 12 OVO, Drake Edition, for $100,000. The Air Jordan 12 OVO has always been a popular shoe, however, the Drake Edition blew the doors of its hinges, selling for $100,000 on eBay. Popular with a lot of sports stars, rappers and major celebrities, the Drake Edition OVOs are only really attainable to the rich and famous. $100,000 makes this one of the most expensive sneakers ever made. 4. Air Jordan 12 Flu Game, for $104,000. Not quite in the top 3, but pretty close, are the Air Jordan 12 Flu Games. Once mentioned as the most expensive Jordans in the world, the price really derives from the fact that Michael Jordan wore the sneakers in the infamous Flu Game, a game which he played while having the flu. Selling for $104,000, these are also one of the rarest shoes on the planet. 3. Buscemi 100mm Diamond for $132,000. Coming in at number 3 on our list of the most expensive sneakers ever made are the Buscemi 100mm Diamonds. Loaded with 11.5 carats of diamonds and set in 18 karat gold, these shoes aren't for the faint-hearted. If you're looking for a fresh pair of white kicks, and fancy something totally unique, then cough up $132,000 and they're yours. 2. Michael Jordan's game-worn Converse Fastbreak for $190,373. Arguably the most expensive game-worn sneakers ever, Michael Jordan's Converse Fastbreaks sold for $190,000. In 1984, Team USA won gold at the Olympics in Los Angeles. Decades later, a pair of Converse Fastbreaks signed by Michael Jordan came up for auction. Originally only expected to reach $100,000, the auction far surpassed every sneakerhead's imagination. Who'd have thought a pair of Converse could be worth $190,000? 1. Solid Gold OVO X Air Jordans for $2 million. It's a bit of a steep jump from second to first position, but if you're thinking of spending $100,000 on a pair of sneakers anyway, then you may as well go one better. There had to be a day when a pair of sneakers were coated in 24K gold, and that day finally came when Drake collabed with Nike to make the solid gold Ovo X Air Jordan. They were created by American artist Matthew Senna and each shoe weighs 50 pounds. $2 million seems like a good deal with all things considered. We hope you enjoyed our list of the 20 most expensive sneakers ever made. We would probably buy every single pair on the list if we could, but we might just have to settle for one or two pairs.